surprise for your nose and your eyes. Imagine all the possibilities. Caan Floral.
Hi, I'm Tom Caan, and we're here at Caan Floral, and today we want to show you guys how we make our hanging baskets. Specifically, our combination baskets is what we're going to look at. And in the off season, we look at what we sold last year, what didn't sell, what colors were popular, and then we look in garden magazines, what's going to be the new items for next year, and we come up with a list. This is our list for 2011 that I'm holding here, and we, like, for instance, on this page we got 5 varieties listed. We've got a total of 75 different combinations on all these pages that we're doing this year, but what we're going to do, we do name them. The first one that we're looking at here is called Lively and Lavender, and if you notice, it's a combination of 2 different varieties of Supertunias. Supertunia Mini Blue Vein, Supertunia Famous Blue. The Supertunias are the trailing ones that don't need to be pinched, deadheaded. They just bloom great for you all summer long. And then we also added an Aztec Silver Magic Verbena in there. That didn't say Verbena, but I just know what that is. So this is our recipe, and we spend quite a bit of time going over this in the off season to make sure that we got what we want. Then we have to order all the plants. Some of them we get rooted, some we get unrooted, where we root them ourselves into trays like this here. This happens to be a flat of Bacopa that we rooted ourselves. So this is, we have to make sure we've got enough plants to plant up all these combinations that we want to grow this year. A couple different ways we go about it. I'm going to show you how we plant them here at Caan Floral. We always start with a full basket planted. We plant right on the bench. You can see there's quite a few of them here. We do about 3,000 of these combination baskets all together, and they've become very popular. I'm going to start with this variety. These are called Trixie Liners, and what they have is 3 different types of plants all in one container, or each plug. So if you notice, there's actually 3 different varieties within this plug. This is a Biddens, this is a Million Bells, and there's a Bacopa in here, which is this one with that's a little bit lighter, not a true white. So that's one variety I have here, and then another one, this one's called Berry Fields, and what we've got here is a Million Bell or Calabacoa Petunia with the smaller blooms, the Sky Blue Trailing Lobelia, and there's also a Verbena that is not blooming yet, and that's this one right here. So this, 2 years ago, they started rooting these together to make our job easier. We still plant most of ours the old-fashioned way, where we take each different variety and plant them together. So when we get these Trixies in, there's 3 plants in here, so we're only going to put 3 of these in a basket, which would really be 9 plants. And all we got to do is make a little hole with our hand, put it in there, pack it in, and plant 3 of them right in there. When we're finished, we always want to tag it. This isn't the right tag today, but we would put the tag in there. Once the plant overgrows it, you're not going to see the tag anyways, but in case someone buys it and they want to know what they had last year, the tags are always in there. And then when we're finished, we will water it. There's a couple, we put some slow release fertilizer on the top, and you know, the hanger's not on here yet, but eventually this would be a hanging basket. This is what they start out like with. I wanted to show you the other way that we do our combination baskets, which has been the most common way over the years. There we have to start out, this particular basket that we're going to do is basket number 16. We didn't put a name on that one. Some of these we do have names like Calypso, Lively and Lavender, Mimosa. We've come up with different names over the years. But this one we have not named yet. And we're going to do 30 of this one. So the way we would do it, there's going to be 2 of each one of these plants. This is Bacopa. So we count out 30 baskets. There's 3 across here. We'd go down 10 rows. And then we'd put 2 of these in each basket. We can pull them right out of the top. Now when they're like this, a lot of times we'll pinch them to get them bushier. So we're cutting the flowers right off the top. And we're going to put 2 of these in each basket. I'm just going to do 2 of them now to show you guys how we do this. Now we've got 2 of this flax that we're going to put in each one. This is Purple Lady Burgundy Flax. It's a real pretty burgundy color. We're going to put 2 of those in each one. And then we've got a dark blue Calabacoa, which would look like the bloom on this one right here. And those, there again, we're going to pinch these because they're just one shoot coming off. So we just give it a little pinch like that. And that makes it branch out better. All the side shoots then will come out nicely. So we're going to put 2 of those into each one. This one's a little bigger already, but they'll all get plenty big in time. By the way, it's another beautiful 75-degree day in this greenhouse with the sun shining. It's probably about 25 degrees outside, but inside here it's real nice. So now what we do is we take them, I know what these are, so we're just going to plant them opposite of each other. There's really, we used to draw, well, like this, we draw charts of where to plant them. All of the, on this particular one, all the crackling fire number 1 would go there. After you do it for a while, we just plant them, but because they all intermingle. We used to do a really good recipe for each one, but now we're just going to make sure the same variety isn't touching each other. And basically, that's all there is to it. So we just take the 2 plants. Now this is going to be growing for about 10 weeks before we sell it. So it will get real nice and full. We'll give it another haircut, which we take a scissors and just shear it back to get it fuller. And then we, of course, we're fertilizing it and growing it. And that's basically all there is to planting our combination baskets. While we're on the topic of hanging baskets, I thought I'd show you guys a couple other varieties that we like to grow here at Caan's that's a little different than the average. This one here is just a plain impatient basket. It's super elfin red. You can see it's even blooming right now, but they're very young. And what we do is we put 4 impatient plugs on the top. A plug is a small, individually grown, rather than seeding them in rows. It's just a small little plant that's got its own root ball. So we plant 4 on the top, and then we take a drill and we drill 6 holes in the outside of the basket, and then we put 6 plants inside of those. So that gives you a beautiful ball of impatiens, rather than just coming out the top. Impatiens don't like to trail over as much, so this makes it just a nice full round ball for outside in the summertime. We've also got some of the Al's flowering pouches. We've had those for a number of years, but this is what they look like right after they've been planted. These were actually planted yesterday. And in order to plant one of these, all you need is the pouch, which is this green bag. We fill it up with soil, and then we just take those same plugs and we poke them in these pre-slit holes. We need 10 to go up the top, or 10 in the front here, and then we put 2 on top. And then we also put a tag in there. This one happens to be mixed impatiens. So this would do great on your front door, on a fence. Of course, impatiens are made for the shade, but that's what they look like when we start.
Yeah, I got a surprise for your